Camping along the road was very common. Many sites boasted campgrounds along the route, like this one in Cheyenne. Campers often cooked their meals over open fires. The camp brought many people from all over the country together for the first time. After Rock Springs and Green River, travelers proceeded on to the Bridger Valley. They passed by Church Buttes before going through Lyman and then on to Fort Bridger. Fort Bridger was home to typical roadside motels of the day, with a small room and garage for visitors. Many travelers also enjoyed taking their pictures next to the stone monument, marking the historic site of Fort Bridger, before moving on to Evanston. The Lincoln Highway was originally composed of badly rutted roads and mud holes. Travel was often difficult and sometimes dangerous. Drivers were encouraged to bring one pick or one mattock, one pair of tackle blocks, 600 feet of 3/4-inch rope, one barn lantern, if the car lights failed, one steel stake 3 feet long to be used as an anchor to pull the car out of sand or mud, 12 mud hooks, one full set of chains, one sledge, chocolate bars in cans, beans, canned goods. West of Salt Lake City, each car also carried 4 African water bags kept filled at all times. At the inception of the Lincoln Highway, many people had never even seen a motor car. Thornton Round talks about the locals when stopping in Rock Springs.
They very carefully examined all the pennants decorating the cars, and read the postcards we had tucked on the bottom of the inside of the windshields. When they were satisfied there was nothing left on the Ford or the Winton to explore, they turned their attention toward my family and me. We were deluged with a variety of questions.
At one point, Thornton Round's family car broke down just outside of Rock Springs, Wyoming.
Dad and I settled down in the front seat of the car and tried to relax a bit. This was hard to do, though. We were surrounded by the blackest of nights and some of the queerest noises I have ever heard. A blood-curdling scream came from somewhere out on the prairie. This was followed by a loud cry that might have been made by a loon or some other large bird. A coyote joined the eerie chorus. Several roadrunners ran around the car, and as they moved, they gave funny little squeals. Nature can sometimes be as terrifying as well as awe-inspiring.
Big entertainment planned. Army motor transport train to be entertained in royal manner by this city.
The 1919 Army Motor Convoy included 79 vehicles, 260 enlisted men, 35 officers, 65 trucks, 4 mobile kitchens, tank trucks for oil, water, and gasoline, spare part trucks, machine and blacksmith shop trucks, a searchlight truck, staff cars, motorcycles. The caravan was scheduled to arrive on Saturday, August 9th, and was met at Fort Steele by a large Rollins reception committee. Bathing and washing facilities were provided at Fort Steele before the convoy moved on to camp at the Rollins Fairgrounds. The Rollins Elks Hall was opened for a dance and fish fry on Saturday night. Dozens of fishermen from all over the country were encouraged to go to the rivers and catch fish. The convoy found many bridges and other aspects of the Lincoln Highway wanting for the large trucks and other vehicles it used. While going cross-country, the Army was forced to rebuild and improve many of the bridges and roadways that made up the fledgling motorway. As a young man, Dwight D. Eisenhower had accompanied the Army Motor Convoy. Later, as president, Eisenhower cited many of the difficulties the convoy experienced on the Lincoln Highway as he promoted the Federal Highway Act of 1956. The average traveler through Rollins was not accompanied by the pomp and circumstance of the Army Motor Convoy. But still they might have enjoyed a stay at the Ferris Hotel advertising,
"A phone in every room."
As I looked all around and saw nothing but space, and so much of it, a feeling of loneliness came over me. Without realizing what I was doing, I stopped the car and shut off the engine. I listened intently for the music of the spheres, the whispering of the stars passing overhead in the daytime, the swishing of the planets through the immeasurable nothingness, but I couldn't hear a thing. Bellamy Partridge.
When visitors arrived in Cheyenne, many still expected to see a town of gunfighters and cowboys. Some even remarked about being disappointed by the friendly good-naturedness of its inhabitants.